What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, man, so we got Rihanna. She shames Chris Brown over getting arrested. So he might be facing 25 years in prison. Now, the 25 years in prison part, I doubt that. He ain't killed nobody. But there's been an altercation at one of his concerts, I think, in Texas. It was in Texas, was it Fort Worth? I think it was Fort Worth, Texas. And some fans was behind the stage in the VIP section and something took place. But that's what we're here for, right? I heard bits and pieces of the story, so we're here for it now, the actual story. Spicy.
Y'all, Chris Brown done got himself in a nasty situation, and y'all best believe that Rihanna is enjoying every moment of this. Chris has a very long and messy history of putting paws on people and getting away with the bad behavior, but it looks like karma has finally caught up with him in the worst way. Girl, Chris Brown is going to jail, and he better get really comfortable because he is going to be spending a long time behind bars. He and his entourage got arrested for jumping 4 fans and leaving them with injuries after his concert. And unlike his previous shenanigans, the cops aren't letting this slide, and he is in big trouble. So why did Chris even jump the fan to start with? And what does Rihanna think about this? Let's talk about it. One thing about our man Chris Brown, he's always finding himself in trouble because he never pauses to think about the consequences. If y'all thought being on tour would tame his wild side, well, you clearly don't know Chris. Nothing stopping him from throwing hands if he feels like it. Right now, he's on his 11/11 tour, and he just got a concert in Fort Worth, Texas. The show itself was fire, but things took a turn after the music stopped. 4 guys, Larry Parker, Joseph Lewis, Charles Bush, and DeMarcus Powell, said they got invited backstage with 40 women for a post-show hangout. You know the drill with male artists, the ladies, the booze, the parties, and everything that comes with it. The 4 men claimed that they were chilling in the VIP area waiting for Chris to show up. But after more than 30 minutes, they got tired of waiting. So they decided to bounce. On their way out, they ran into Chris. Charles Bush said he tried to dap Chris up, and at first, Chris seemed cool with it. However, someone on Chris's entourage shouted, "Man, you don't remember you two were beefing?" Chris replied, "Oh yeah, we were. What's up, ninja? I don't forget ish," and verbally ordered his crew to jump Charles. It's clear that Chris definitely surrounds himself with a bunch of yes men who just fuel his bad behavior, because that comment about him having a beef with Charles was unnecessary. Chris had already forgotten he had issues with Charles, and the situation wouldn't have blown up if someone hadn't run their mouth. Charles also claimed that he was surrounded by 7 to 10 of Chris's chums who punched and kicked him. He also claims an entourage member known as Hood Boss threw a chair at his head. Charles wasn't the only one who got jumped, because Larry Parker also claimed that Chris sent his friend Yella Beezy and company to F up Parker, chasing him into a dead-end staircase with a locked door. Parker says he was punched and kicked in his head for more than 10 minutes after Chris entouraged all of his companions to get a piece of the action. The other 2 men also got caught up in the chaos and ended up needing hospital treatment. Now, all 4 men have filed a lawsuit against Chris Brown, demanding a restraining order and a whopping $50 million. Their lawyer released a statement that said, "We filed a suit last night alleging that on Saturday night in Fort Worth, entertainer Chris Brown, along with his entourage, attacked and brutally beat several men who had just attended his concert. Multiple police reports have been made. At least one of the men beaten remains hospitalized." Chris Brown reportedly has a long history of violence and has been arrested or accused of assault on at least 10 occasions. Enough. The lawsuit the Busby law firm has filed seeks damages on behalf of the 4 men brutalized, with the hope of obtaining justice for these victims and putting an end, once and for all, to the intolerable and thuggish behavior set forth in the lawsuit. Now, y'all might think that this is extreme, but it's really not, because Chris Brown is known for this type of nasty behavior. I mean, y'all remember what he did to Rihanna the night before the 2009 Grammys. Rihanna claimed that the fight started because she suspected that he was cheating on her. In an interview, Rihanna said, "I caught him in a lie and he wouldn't tell the truth, and I wouldn't drop it. I couldn't take that he kept lying to me, and he couldn't take that I wouldn't drop it. It escalated into him being violent towards me, and it was ugly. I was battered, I was bleeding, I was swollen in my face." She also admitted that the relationship was super toxic, saying, "The more in love we became, the more dangerous we became for each other, equally dangerous, because it was a bit of an obsession." Chris also admitted that he flipped out when she found out that he was cheating on her.
It's based on trust, bro, because I told her that she didn't trust me with anything. So I would give her the option of, oh, you can look at my phone. So I gave her the phone. She looks at the phone, and there's a message, and it says, "Kill the Grammys, do your thing." And I didn't read the rest of the message, I didn't open it. So she opened the message, and the rest of the message said, "I'll see you at the cloud party." So all thought she thought I was lying. She starts going off, she throws the phone, "I hate you," whatever. Starts hitting me. We're in a little Lamborghini. You know, she's fighting me, and I'm like, "Look, I'm telling you the truth, I swear to God. You know, I'm telling you the truth, stop it." So then she hits me a couple more times, and I just kind of it doesn't go from translation to, "Let's sit down, I'm telling you the truth." But then I really hit her, like I with a closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, fuck, why the hell did I hit her like? So from there, she just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face, and I'm like, yo, so it enraged me even more. Like it's a real on fight in a car. We driving in the street. So I'm like, yo, man, we tripping. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are we doing? She's trying to grab for my phone, and I'm not giving her my phone to throw it out the window. So she grabs my nuts, and when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like stupid fight, bro. And I'm just realizing it. I'm like, look, what the hell am I doing, bro? Like,
now, people love to defend him, saying that the thing with Rihanna happened a long time ago and people need to stop judging him because he's a changed person. But the thing is, Chris has never taken responsibility for his actions. Instead, he keeps lashing out on people. I mean, y'all remember how he flipped out on fans last year when they dragged Chloe Bailey for making a song with him. He wrote, "If y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a 17-year-old, please kiss my whole entire butt. I'm effing 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird people are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Krishan beat the F out of each other in front of the world.
Oh, wow.
But that's okay. It's entertainment. All y'all can suck my D disrespectfully. Where are the cancel culture with these white artists that dates underage women, beat the F out of their wives, giving women AIDS? Oh, that's right. They are your buddies. No more fake love for me. Stay out my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean none of you, guys can F with me." But he somehow forgot that Rihanna isn't the only woman that he has put pause on, because his ex Karrueche Tran also suffered the same fate. In 2017, Karrueche filed court papers asking for a restraining order against Chris after their breakup. In these documents, she made some concerning claims that showed Chris's violent behavior hadn't changed since 2009. She claimed that he had punched her in the stomach and even shoved her down a flight of stairs a few years before she filed the papers. However, she didn't report it at the time because he was still on probation from the Rihanna incident and would have gotten in serious trouble, which would have made things even worse for her. Karrueche also disclosed that Chris had threatened to kill her, saying that if he couldn't have her, no one else could. This is incredibly toxic, and I'm glad she got out when she did. But even after their breakup, Chris continued to harass her and her friends, which led her to seek a restraining order against him. Oh, but it doesn't stop there. He's also shown aggression towards his own mother. Although he never physically harmed her, he displayed his hostility in other ways. For instance, when he entered rehab for anger management following this case with Rihanna, his mom came to visit and they ended up having a heated argument. According to reports, Chris's mom showed up for a family session and was urging her son to stay in the facility for extended treatment. Apparently, Chris violently disagreed with her and in a fit of anger threw a rock through her car window, shattering it. That's crazy, and it goes to show that Chris does have a tendency to be violent. Well, it's about to cost him $50 million, and there is a possibility that he is going to do some time behind bars. And given that he's a repeat offender, well, let's just say that he's not going to have it easy this time. I can bet that Rihanna is probably enjoying every second of this, not just Rihanna, but also Karrueche and all the other women he has hurt over the years. There is nothing like a healthy dose of karma. Fans commented, "CB is violent AF. He is putting his hands on any darn body. That's why I look at anybody who is his friend crazy. And I felt nothing when he hit Usher, cause that's what your A get for platforming his psycho self. The track record Chris Brown has of being a nasty, horrible person is insane. Like, that man is evil and has an army of airhead girls standing behind him pretending like all he did is hit Rihanna 15 years ago, and it's so unfair that nobody will forgive him for this one thing. And I keep saying this man is not a good man, and his defenders keep getting mad. How many people does Chris Brown have to to be recognized. But I want to know how y'all feel about this, so sound off in the comments, then check out this next video.
Man, well, Chris Breezy, you do got a track record, my boy. You do have a track record, so you can't be mad at the fans for feeling how they feel, believing what they believe. And that's fine. Everybody have their own opinion. I'm not taking them for him or, downplaying the situations of the things that he's been doing in his past. My whole thing is like, hey, he know what he did. We know what he did. But he may ask God to forgive him or whatever the case may be. That's why I try my best not to judge nobody. I'm not, that's not my job to really judge nobody. But for the sake of me doing my job as a content creator, yes, he's violent. I say that to say this. He's violent. It's crazy. This is my first time hearing about this story with his mom, and he threw the rock at the psych ward or wherever he was at, and she told him he needed to probably extend your stay, my boy. You're not healed yet. So he was like, bump that. I am healed. How you healing? You threw a rock through your own mother's car window, bro. Now that's crazy. That's crazy. And for the entourage to be with Chris Brown in his last situation at the concert, and they beat up them 4 guys, bro, that's crazy. Chris entourage always, this is the second time. They did the same thing at the Usher birthday party at the skate ring. I think him and Chris and Tiana Taylor, somebody got into it and Usher took up for her. Entourage jump on Usher or punch Usher or did something to Usher. But that's crazy. So we're going to see, man. We're going to see what happens with this one. You dig?